Hello everyone, so this is the third video of this line-wise explanation series of the chapter the third level. In the previous video we came to know about the character Charlie, and he is already in the third level and he is about to buy the tickets for him and for his wife for the two particular places, Galesburg and Illinois, but the time should be before the world wars, that is 1890s, right. So now from that clerk, he is about to buy the ticket and he is having a conversation with the clerk. The clerk figured the fare. He glanced at my fancy headband, but he figured the fare and I had enough for 2 coach tickets one way. But when I counted out the money and looked up, the clerk was staring at me. He nodded at the bills. "That's not money, mister, and if you are trying to skin me, you won't get very far," he said, and he glanced at the cash drawer beside him. Of course, the money was old style bills, half again as big as the money we use nowadays and different looking. So it is very clear that Charlie is having the currencies of the present days, and this particular clerk is from the period of 1890s. So he is saying to Charlie that what you are showing to me, this is not money, because he is not having the idea that what type of money is about to come in the future. So for him that is not a money. So he is giving a warning to the character Charlie that I will call the police if you are trying to do any kind of wrong things in front of me. And Charlie also understood this, that the money that I am giving to this clerk, it is the present day. I need the old days currencies. I turned away and got out fast. There is nothing nice about jail even in 1894. So Charlie is now saying that everything is good in 1894, but I am not at all happy with the jail. Whatever time zone it is having, jail is like jail. So I do not want to go to jail. So I just got out very fast. So now he is completely out of that particular zone. And now he is again coming back to the present day, right now. Clear? So he could not buy the tickets in his first try. And that was that. I left the same way I came, I suppose. Next day, during lunch hour, I drew $300 out of the bank and nearly all we had and bought old style currency. That really worried my psychiatrist friend. You can buy old money at almost any coin dealers, but you have to pay a premium. My $300 bought less than $200 in old style bills, but I didn't care. Eggs were 13 cents a dozen in 1894. So next day, in the present time, after lunch or during the lunch time, I went to that particular shop. I went to the bank to draw the $300 that I have, and I am going to buy the previous day's currencies, old currencies, right? And what he is saying that I didn't care whatever amount the shopkeeper or from whom I am buying the old days currencies they are taking, because I know eggs were 13 cents a dozen in 1894, and we all can feel it that day by day there is a huge rise in that essential commodities, the prices, right. So Charlie is also having the same feeling, and he is saying that in 1894 eggs were 13 cents. So it's not a very big deal for me. But I have never again found the corridor that leads to the third level at Grand Central Station, although I have tried often enough. But now I am having the plan, I am having the money, I am having the setup, but I am not getting the way, I am not getting the corridor, I am not getting the tunnel through which I got into that particular zone, into that particular third level. So now I am not getting that particular way through which I can go to that two places, but I tried enough to search it, but every time I failed. Lucia was pretty worried when I told her all this and didn't want me to look for the third level anymore. And after a while I stopped. I went back to my stamps, but now we are both looking every weekend, because now we have proof that the third level is still there. I told everything to my wife. She is very worried about me, and I went back to my stamp collections, my hobbies, my general activities in my daily life. But we, the husband and wife, we are now looking for the level 3 in every weekend, because we are having the proof that the third level is still there, and the husband is pretty much sure about it. My friend Sam Wenner disappeared. Sam means the psychiatrist friend. Suddenly he disappeared. Nobody knew where, but I sort of suspected, because Sam is a city boy and I used to tell him about Galesburg. I went to school there and he always said he liked the sound of the place, and that's where he is, all right, in 1894. So, but I am having a doubt that probably Sam is in 1894, because whenever I am discussing my feelings about that particular places, he is always showing his interest, and he said that he liked the sound of the place. So probably Sam is in 1894, because one night, fussing with my stamp collections, I found, fussing means a kind of excessive concern, showing excessive concern, okay. Because one night, fussing with my stamp collection, I found, well, do you know what a first day cover is? When a new stamp is issued, stamp collectors buy some and use them to mail envelopes to themselves on the very first day of sale, and the postmark proves the date. The envelope is called a first day cover. They are never opened. You just put blank paper in the envelope. So it is very clear what is first day cover. As I said in the first video, that it is very important for short question. First day cover means new stamp. You are going to the post office, you are buying the stamp, you are writing your address, you are putting a paper inside the envelope which is completely blank, and you are writing your address, and that particular envelope is coming to your address. Means you are writing something, or you are sending something to your own house with that new stamp. So the only motto is to collect the new stamp. So this is all about first day cover, an envelope with the new stamp having a blank sheet inside the envelope. Clear? That night, among my oldest first day covers, I found one that shouldn't have been there, but there it was. It was there because someone had mailed it to my grandfather at his home in Galesburg. So that night I got one first day cover which is having the address of my grandfather in Galesburg. So now I am confused that what kind of first day cover I am having. That's what the address on the envelope said, and it had been there since July 18, 1894. The postmark showed that, yet I didn't remember it at all. The stamp was a 6-cent, dull brown with a picture of President Garfield. Naturally, when the envelope came to Granddad in the mail, it went right into his collection and stayed there till I took it out and opened it. The paper inside was not blank. It read. So this is the envelope that I got. The date is mentioned. The picture of the president was there, and naturally the envelope came to Granddad in the mail. So it came to my granddad, but I am not sure, I am confused that how it came to my granddad. And inside that envelope, when I opened, the paper inside was not blank. So the envelope was having a letter which was not blank. Somebody has written something to that particular person, to whom we will see, right? So this is the third video. Now what was written in that paper we will see in the next video, right? So what we got to know in this video, that Charlie is having the conversation with the clerk. He could not buy. He changed the new currencies with the old currencies, and he is again going, but he is not getting the platform, not the corridors. And then about the first day covers. Sam ultimately disappeared, and Charlie is thinking that probably Sam is in 1894, and he ultimately is busy with the first day covers, and suddenly he noticed one envelope which is having the date July 18, 1894. Now, how it came to him, to the granddad, who sent it, what was written inside it, we don't know. We will see in the next video. Clear? Thank you.